still. I think you guys, I had put my community post out letting you guys know that no live stream today. But something good happened, of course. You know, when there's bad things that happen, there's always good things that could happen too. So I'm waiting for people to pop on here. I got the new Tom MacDonald album. I hate peeking because then I don't know if I can react to it or not. Let's see. Yeah, so I got the black shirt because is this melted, dude? No. All right. Good quality shirts. Hey, cat. We are the brave. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's going to go nicely with the Elsewhere podcast merchandise that I got. So hit that like button, y'all. There's 13 of you. Only one like. Come on now, y'all slacking. And I got the new Tom MacDonald. This is the silver one. It's not. I think it's just a regular one. No signed. I just got the CD and the shirt. So, well, I'm afraid to listen to it because I know White Boys and New World Order so far, but I don't know all these other songs on here. So there's the first song is White Boys, second is Clout, third is called Fire Emojis, which I can't wait to. That's going to be hot and lit. I think you know. Yeah, Tom MacDonald's dropping a new video Friday, I think, right? Because he's always dropping on Friday. Number 4 is we all got some things, and that's the truth. We all got some things. Number 5, don't want to hear it. I really want to hear it, honestly. 6 is New World Order, which we all know. 7 is In God We Trust. The 8th song, Never Gonna Come Down. Number 9, Smoke. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Glenn. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Number 10, Bad Guy. That's what I've always been attracted to. Tell me why that is. I guess I don't know what the theory is, man. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. Number 11, Revenge. Nice. That's a dish best served cold. But guess what, y'all? Don't be going to seek out revenge against people because karma has its great way of serving up its due justice, you know. Let's see. Number 12, Let Me Go. Number 13 is called A Prayer. That's what we need, is a hope and a prayer that this fucking country starts changing. Number 14, Soldier. We all need to be soldiers in this country to fight for what's right for us. And, you know, the tomfuckery that's been going on lately, we all need to be soldiers and fight against that and stand up against cancel culture and all those vultures that want to, you know, I don't know. Number 15, we got to do that so we can live in a free world. Number 15 is called Free World. 16 is called Back and Forth. 17, I feel good. Na, 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 na. I knew that I would. It's called I Feel Good. I don't know if it's a James Brown remake. Wouldn't that be awesome? Number 18 is The Story. And we haven't seen a Tom MacDonald story in quite a while, have we? Like a ghost story. I wish he would do more, but maybe he doesn't have any more stories. He only posted that one, I think. Yeah, look who's on the cover. You got Tom, Mac, and Adam Calhoun. I call them Tom and Adam. Yep. Number 19, the last song on this album. There's 19 tracks on this album. It's called White Boys 2. Dos. Deux is in French. And I thoroughly enjoyed the song White Boys because not only did they look dapper, but Nova doing the best editing that she could, you know. I got the basic album, and then I got the We Are the Brave shirt. I got that one. We Are the Brave with the American flag on there, which I think is so important that we show the stars and stripes and show the support for the all-American boy that we love so much as Tom MacDonald is and always will be. He's more American than anybody, and people seem to forget that he is an American. He has dual citizenship, so he's American, and everybody that's in this land in America is an American. You're not, I can't say I'm Italian American because I wasn't born in Italy. I was born in America. It makes me an American. Just saying. It's this country's kind of, gone. It's gone off the deep end, and I hope we can rein that back in, and pull the rug out from what's been going on, and get our country back up and running to where it should be. But we all can do that. We can stand together and do that. Let me see some of your guys' comments. Kat, you're always awesome. Thank you. Velislav, hello. I can't wait to play it. If I put it on, I don't think I could put it on unless I disconnect from Bluetooth. Then I could play it for you guys. But I don't want to. I don't want to disconnect the live stream here. Tom and Adam on YouTube with Lara Trump. Who's Lara Trump? Is that his daughter? Sadly, he's going to get a lot of heat because he's going to be with a Trump. But what people need to understand is that President Trump, he raised strong, independent women. His daughters are strong, independent women. They're business women. They're successful. They have, the utmost respect for themselves. They're very, they're very professional. No scandal whatsoever, and they are respectable women, strong, independent women, and they worked their ass off to get where they're at today, and they didn't sponge off their daddies. They worked for what they want. He instilled those values in them to be, independent and make their own money, and they have, And I think people seem to forget about that, and his daughters get a lot of heat because that's their father. Now, what about their successes? We got to cut them down for that. But she's Eric Trump's wife, so that's the daughter-in-law of President Trump. Okay, well, I feel bad because they're treated like shit when just because he was the president. That's not right. It's not right at all. It's okay for people to bash them for being a daughter-in-law or being a daughter of President Trump, but what about Hunter Biden? The world can't be so hypocritical. It's not, I hate to get political. I do. I don't like to be caught in the middle of the left or the right. I'm in the middle. I'm neutral, but I like to call out hypocrisy where it, because it's wrong. It's wrong. If you want to blast Trump's daughters and his little son was even picked on, it's like, dude, that kid's a kid. He's a child. What the F are y'all doing? People were bullying him online. I'm like, let a motherfucker try talking about my child like that and see how far they get. I will go straight full on mama bear mode, on them. And to pick on a little innocent kid, man, it's deplorable. It's deplorable to say the least. Hunter Biden, and I feel for him because he's got addiction struggles. I do. But, it's not seen as a problem that, people don't make fun of him. People don't, I don't see it anyways. because I don't listen to the mainstream media, and I don't like any of that drama bullshit. Anyways, I stay far clear of it, and that's why I think I'm happier today than I ever have been. Music does get it does get us through a lot, and I was thinking today, like, I buy stuff from the Hangover Gang because I want to support Tom. I know that reaction videos, yeah, that's a good way to promote them and support them. But I feel like I'm not doing enough. Does that make sense? Same with Sabaton, with Nightwish. All of the bands that I love, I want to show my support other than just doing reaction videos. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I want to do. I want to see some of your comments. If I can turn them back on. Oh, it's because my Disney Plus is in there. Hunter Biden. Oh my Lord. Hi Tori. Hunter Biden. Man, I'm sad to that the kid is he's not a kid. I can't say that he's a child because he's not. He's a grown ass man and he's grown enough to know better. But all of the relapses that he's had and the brushes with the law, like he crashed a car, a rental car, demolished it because he said an owl came out of that. Cocaine's one hell of a drug, you guys. It'll make you see shit that ain't there. Don't do it. I would highly advise not to do that shit at all. Don't touch it. So he said an owl flew in front of his car and he swerved to miss it because he didn't want to kill the owl. Now, I love owls because that's Nightwish's animal, that beautiful snow owl. Don't be killing owls. But he wrecked the rental car, left the rental car, got hitched a ride to the rehab somewhat, I don't know, left a bunch of drugs and paraphernalia in the car, in the rental car. So the rental car company, Hertz, they called the police and said, there's a lot of drugs and stuff in this vehicle, crack pipes and whatnots. So they called the police, and the police impounded the vehicle. They did, they searched it, but he left his credit cards in there and his ID in there, so he couldn't say, these aren't my pants, officer. One of those things where you get pulled over and you have drugs in your pocket, and you're like, these ain't my pants. I borrowed them from a friend. That don't work, just saying. So he did that. The police, the district attorney did try filing charges against him for that. And all of a sudden, no evidence was, the police all of a sudden said there's not enough evidence to prosecute. I'm like, there was no fingerprints on the crack pipe. But you have a crack pipe, you have drugs, you have your ID, your credit cards, your rental car agreement, everything. But there's not enough evidence. You want to tell me why I went to prison for 3 years for drug possession over the telephone? They didn't even catch me with drugs. They caught me with nothing, just a recorded phone call. So you tell me why I went to prison for 3 years for calling a drug dealer and his phone being tapped by the federal government. You tell me why that's okay for him to be skating out of those charges. Possession is 9/10 of the law. So he must have had that, that 9/10, the 10th. He was the 10th, the 1/10 that got him out of that because he was rich, because he was a politician's, the vice president at the time's son. This is corrupt. That's corruption. And thankfully, I got one of my felonies so far expunged. Thank you. God willing, I got one of them expunged, but the other two are still looming. Not only did he do that, but he had an affair, multiple, with a stripper, impregnated a stripper, found out it was his son. Then he decided to go sleep with the war veteran. His brother was a war veteran. Sleep with his wife after he died of brain cancer. And now they're married. How do you go from being a sister-in-law to a wife? I've heard of sister wives, but that shit takes the cake. So it really does make me mad about this country. How I can go do 3 years in prison in a penitentiary with rapists, with killers, with baby killers, you name it, bank robbers, whatever. People that are prostituting with HIV, people that are robbing and hurting elderly people, children, animals. I'm put in the same category as these type of people, which I'm not. I'm a sweet, gentle natured person. I love people. I love animals, The brave. I still love my country even though that happened to me. But I want to know why. Why was I persecuted the way I was? Treated like I was scum. I was treated like I was this big and I didn't matter. My judge talked down to me like I was a piece of shit, which, maybe I was at the time. But if I had money, I wouldn't have went to prison at all. It's sad. It's sad. Hunter Biden actually is, he's a board member for a Ukrainian fuel company, which he had no prior experience whatsoever, none. And I don't. That's what money and being a politician's child can do. I want to know why the people, why aren't we calling that out? Why aren't we causing chaos because of that? It sucks. It sucks, but we can't give up hope. We can't say that, what, this is it. We have to accept this. No, we don't. We don't have to accept this at all. It's unacceptable. And unless we stand up and come united, and I'm talking about everybody, all races, don't matter what color you are, where you came from. If you're an American, you need to unite and say, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done with the cancel culture. I'm done with the people, trying to drive a wedge between people of opposite races. It's not okay. There's one race that should matter, and that's the human race. And until we all agree on that, until we all come unite together, it's never going to change. It's only going to get worse. And people pushing segregation, we have to call that out and say, you know what, that's not okay. And if you do, though, you're labeled. You know what I'm talking about, and it really it's disheartening to say the least. And I don't want my children growing up in a world like this, to where they are shamed because of their skin color. It sucks. It's really sad. You guys get to keep in mind that this war in, I was going to say it again, the Ukraine, because as an American, that's how we were taught to say it. The war and what's going on over there is very real. I watched a video from the guy from Ginger. His name's Eugene. They're stuck there. And the Ukrainian president ordered every able-bodied man is going to fight. And, that's some of our favorite bands, the musicians that we love so much are over there right now. Thankfully, Tatiana is safe, but even women and children over there are not safe right now. Do you think a bullet or a missile can differentiate who's a child, who's a woman? It can't. So a lot of the people, the celebrities especially, saying how they stand with Ukraine. We stand with Ukraine. This is terrible. This is terrible. What have you done? What have you done to support Ukraine before? Nothing. It's sad. The same celebrities who are saying I stand with Ukraine are the ones that are in cahoots with the politicians who made this possible. And for us, the United States, one of the best military, one of the best funded militaries in the world, for us not to do anything, I don't think that's brave at all. And here in the United States, we spend more money on the military and on war than we will on our children, on schools. Those kids in the inner cities, guess what? They get barely any education, any educational funding whatsoever. Like, don't their lives matter? Don't their education matter so they can have a productive life? Not to the politicians, the city council people that don't even live in their same district. They live in mansions. What are they really doing for the communities? Nothing. It's a lot of talk, a lot of this going on, but no actions whatsoever. And until people start calling them out, it's never going to change. You know, I'm glad that I can do this, that I can support Tom. You know, because what's a couple dollars to me than the fulfillment that I get out of his music and the reaction videos that I get to do? It's a no-brainer. I think I want a cheesesteak, you guys. I was talking to Eric the other day. I was streaming, and he was talking about making Philly cheesesteaks, and now I think I want one. You know, I don't know when this shift will happen, of when this world will get better. What's up, Lance? I love that name. I've always loved the name Lance. It is, I don't know why. I had a guy friend named Lance once. Well, he wasn't a friend. He was like more of an acquaintance, and I had the biggest crush on him. I was like, oh, Lance, because he was good looking. He was like Lance a lot. You know, he was like a valiant. He was like, oh, he was so cute. I love that name. School systems. Oh, the school systems don't need to teach critical race theory. They don't need to teach about color at all. They need to teach the kids, we all bleed red. It makes no difference between a skin color of who you are as a human being, because once we start defining people by their skin color is when people get oppressed. That's real oppression, is when you tell a kid you can't because of the color of your skin. Or teaching our kids, having segregated PTA meetings and stuff. That's segregation. And if anybody supports that, it makes me sad. Like, really? You guys don't, like, not you guys, but you get what I mean? Like, nobody sees this as wrong? Our children do not need to learn about skin color at all. They need to be taught, listen, you need to get a good education, go to college, and you need to, be a productive member of society. You respect the police, even though a lot of you guys don't like them. I don't like being pulled over either, but I haven't in years, because I obey the law. It's very simple to obey a law. Are some of them stupid? Yeah. Speed limits suck, but it keeps us safe. Our children, my child, he plays with anybody. He don't see difference in black or white or Hispanic. He don't care. He don't give a shit. He cares if you take his toys away from him. He's working on sharing. But I'd be damned if a school is going to teach my son, how to be segregated. That's wrong. It's not brave whatsoever. That's cowardice. That's cowardice, and it's shameful for any school district to teach our children the differences in color. They shouldn't see color. I don't care what anybody says. That's my beliefs. It's my opinion. People don't like it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And they also should not be taught anything about homosexuality in school at being little children. All they need to know is some people, a man marries a man, or a man marries a woman marries a woman. That's it. Sometimes people fall in love with different people. That's all they need to know. We don't need to be teaching our kids all this shit. They're children, for fuck's sakes. They have innocent minds. Some of the things I've seen, I'm appalled. I don't want to send my children to school. My children do not need to know that you can change your sex organs if you want to. No, you were born this way. You are biologically this. This is it. You're a boy or you're a girl. Like later in life, if you want to change it, do whatever. When you're an adult, do whatever the fuck you want to. When you're under my roof, no. But you will be tolerant to diversity. I don't understand why people's moral compass is like, why? Why do my children need to learn that? No, the fuck they don't. Not under my watch. Because you're teaching them all kinds of convoluted shit that they don't need. They need to learn the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s, how to write a check. They don't even do that anymore in school. They need to learn about history as to how far we have advanced in our society. We can't erase history. It happened. Like, I fell on the ice this morning. Can I change the fact that that happened? No. But God damn it, I'm going to learn not to walk on the ice. Same fucking concept. It's the same bloody concept. Our children, that's all they need to learn. They need to learn there is one race, and that is the human race. And if somebody isn't, you respect your elders, you respect the law, you respect your parents, and you know, we don't need to show them all this shit. My son doesn't need to look at me and say, Mommy, why is that man wearing a dress? I'm going to say, because he wants to. I'm not going to go into details. My kid does not need to know details. You keep it simple. There was a saying, that I learned a long time ago, and it's an acronym. It's KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. I don't want my kid going to school learning critical race theory. That's learning segregation. And, it's learning that, with all this shit going on today, these commercials that we're showing on Nickelodeon and stuff, you're focusing on one race being supreme, being better than another. What happened to equality? You preach equality, yet you're doing the exact fucking opposite. It's hypocritical. You can't be hypocritical if you're preaching something, right? Yeah, it's just insane. I don't get it anymore. All right, you guys, I'm heading off to get myself a Philadelphia cheesesteak in Cleveland because I'm hungry. Dorinda, you're a cop's wife. Hold on a second here. It's so funny that the people that scream that they hate the police are the first ones to call them when they need help. The police are there to do a job. And just because they picked that job does not mean that their life does not matter. Everybody in this world's life matters. One life does not matter over the next. And when people start seeing that for real, that's when they'll start getting angry when we're killing each other. Because, I know plenty of people who, were targets of hate crimes, but they weren't treated as such because of the color of their skin. If anybody getting killed by a police officer is terrible, it's a tragedy. Anybody's. But when that kind of thing happens, do you think anything gets done by looting and rioting, and burning cities down? I loved the hypocrisy in the whole riots due to George Floyd dying. Did that solve a fucking thing? Did that solve a thing? They destroyed, and a lot of it was BLM, and a lot of them, were this man's life mattered, right? Yes, of course his life mattered. But there was different, the scenario wasn't all showed on the media. They don't show you the real truth. But that riot that spawned riots all over the country, my city included, let me tell you a little something. that during those riots, people for Black Lives Matter, black-owned businesses were burnt down to the ground, their products stolen. So these people have worked all of their life earning an honest living. Their shit was destroyed and looted and burnt the fuck down, man. People don't think that. If Black Lives Matter was such a great organization, they would take all that money that they've raised for those families that they campaign for. They would give them that money. They would take the money that they have and put it back into the black communities. But they don't. They line their own pockets. And that's sad. That's fucked up, and that's illegal. That's fraud. It's when you're raising money fraudulently, that's not okay. That's like you guys paying for song requests from me and me being like, well, thanks for your money. I'm not doing it. That I'm having Wi-Fi issues. I'm in my car right now, and it's snowing. If you guys are fighting for a good cause, if you think it's a good cause, you can't be hypocritical about it. Can't go about it hypocritically. They need to be held accountable if they're stealing people's money, which millions and millions, $90 million, you guys. That's not $1 or $2 or $3 or 100. That's $90 million unaccounted for. I don't know. Tell me though, if I was running an organization and they said, "Where's your money going? Where is it?" And if I said, "Fuck you, all right, I ain't showing you," my ass would be sitting in a fucking federal prison. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. We cannot segregate people and make a race superior. It's wrong. No person is better than the next because of their skin color. I always preach it, you guys. People proud to be their skin color, right? You're proud of something you had no control over, like you were born that way. You had no control over how you came out, of who your parents are. You didn't get to control that. You didn't get to say, you know what, to the Lord above, or whomever you believe in, or evolution, whatever you guys believe in. I don't care. You see, if you have a difference of opinion of mine, I don't care. It's not going to make or break me. It's not going to make me like you any less because your opinion isn't the same as mine. But in no way, shape, or form can we pick who our parents are. So to say you're proud of your skin color, that is nothing to be proud of. That's a cop-out. That's taking the easy way. Accomplishing a goal. Now that is something to be proud of. Me, I had $108 in my bank account, December 12th of 2020, 4,000 subscribers. 110,000 later, you guys. Not even a year and a half later? A year and some change later? That's a fucking accomplishment. That is something to be proud of. Being genuine with people and them pressing that subscribe button. Yeah, I'm proud. You better bet your asses I am. But I'm not proud just because of the skin color I wear. I can't control that. I can get a fucking spray tan, which I do. I'm proud that I turned my life around completely. And I'm the best mom ever. I'm proud that I feed my dogs the best dog food because they deserve it. They're only on this earth a short time. I'm proud that I stepped the fuck up and helped my mom when my dad died. I'm proud of that. I'm proud that my mom today can count on me. She can ask me for things, and I can say when and where. Can I pay off her house with $100,000 in a Louis Vuitton bag? Not yet. But I've always promised you guys I would be genuine with you. Do I agree? Do I honestly expect every one of you guys to agree with me? No. And that's okay. It needs to be normalized that it's okay to have a different opinion than others. It's healthy to have differences of opinions. That's your uniqueness. Your uniqueness, you can be proud of that. Somebody that's got all these tattoos, all over their body, and they're proud of that. That's now you can be proud of that. You go to some pretty awesome tattoo artist, maybe a world-renowned tattoo artist. Dude, that's cool. You've gone to 1,000 concerts in your lifetime. That cool. You helped a little old lady walk across the street, no matter what color they were. That's cool. There was somebody who was homeless outside, and you gave them a blanket or just your ear for a few minutes, maybe a couple bucks, a cup of coffee, hot cocoa to warm them up. That's cool. You say you stand with Ukraine? Well, let's prove it. Don't let it just because it's a popular hashtag. Don't follow suit. Can't be proud of that. Like, I don't know. Like, the world is such a fucking hypocritical place. This country especially. And I'm hell bent on doing something about prison reform. Because if you guys don't know this, when I did my time in prison, it took me 2 full years to get into a treatment program. But I'm doing it. I might need a couple signatures, you guys, and I might need your help. Because how the Ohio reform, this is my state. I don't know about any others. This is my state, and how the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction, that is the ODRC. That's how that is run. I want to change it. If you're in there for a drug crime, which people shouldn't be going to prison for possessing drugs anyways. They should be ordered to go to rehab. If they're robbing people, yeah, you're going to prison or jail for robbing somebody. No matter what, it's a law. You shouldn't break it. But in my state, on your sentence, depending on when you get out of prison, is when you will get treatment. Oh no, because guess what? That means if I land up in prison for 3 years, I'm going to use myself as an example. If somebody comes and I immediately write a kite, it's called, to join a treatment program, because I get out in 3 years, I'm pushed down the list. Because if people are coming in after me, get out before me, they take precedence. Dudes, no. I was in there for 2 years before I got treatment. They need to go by the people's charges. What are you here for? Do you have a drug crime? And I don't even like to say those in the same sentence. Do they have a drug crime? Are they there for possession of drugs like I was? Man, I got more time than a drug dealer over the phone. Hey, dope boy, give me some dope. And the feds came knocking. Well, SWAT team came. With all kinds. I had 6 different agencies at my house. I'm trying to interview the cop who I know to see if he'll come on my channel. So I want to take it to state legislature that we need reform. If somebody's going to prison because these judges are getting kickbacks, I would love to expose that corruption, but I'm afraid they're going to kill me. Because my county got $46,000 a year for sending me to prison for 3 years. So they got over $140,000 to send me to prison. My county did. Just me. Little me. Yeah. They get like $50 a day or something like that per inmate. Yeah. Crazy, huh? So I want to take this reform. I want to do something. I want to be proud of that. I want to be responsible for change. Change in a good way. I think that I don't know what's going on with Ukraine and the Bidens. I don't know. But what I do know is if something doesn't happen, people are going to die. A lot of people are going to die. I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see the poor guys in Ginger have to go fight for their country when they have no experience whatsoever. They're musicians, for fuck's sakes. The only thing that they're shooting off are music notes. The people that have never fought a day in their life. Are you kidding me? You're expecting them to go up against trained soldiers? Fuck. I hope like fuck that there's some. I had a dream the other night. I don't know what it was. These stipulations on like the war, right? It was a list, and the peace talks. The number 4 came up in my dream. Like 4 years. It was like this is going to go on for 4 years before it gets better. I don't know what that was all about. It was a list. It was really, really strange dream that the number 4 came up. I don't keep up with the news, you guys. I don't like to watch it because it's very scary to me. It's very scary to me. It really is. I don't like to see people fighting and dying. I don't like to see chaos. I don't like it. It makes me uneasy. It gives me anxiety. The number 4. I don't know what that means. So, all right, you guys, I do have to get out of here. I have to go get that cheesesteak and my little guy. So, have a great day, you guys. Please, if we expect change to happen, we have to do something about it. We can't just sit here. Tweet your legislators, tweet about it. If that's all you can do, if you can do more, do more. If you see something and somebody's acting wrong, call them out on their behavior. You never know. It might get them to say, maybe I should change what I'm doing. If we don't start calling out the hypocrisy, it's just going to continue. It's going to get worse. If your child, check what the curriculums are at school. If you think it's wrong, go to a board meeting. Speak up. Because a closed mouth does not get fed. Now does it? All right, you guys. Take care. If my internet's fixed by tomorrow, I'll stream tomorrow to make up for today. I will, and I'll always keep you guys posted. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow.